Thank you so much for listening to PoliticalStorm.com. I'm John Small. Coming up here in the very near future, you're going to get the opportunity to do some reading from my next guest on PoliticalStorm.com. We have Pat Obermeier. Pat is a 4-time Emmy winner. She's also the author of a book, and I'm actually really excited to talk about the book. It's called The President Factor, the reality show that rocked the nation. And let's say hello to Pat. How are you, Pat?
I'm terrific. How are you today?
I'm really good, and I'm excited to chat with you. First of all, this book that you have is a satirical book, so it's satire. But if you were going to write a satirical book about an election, if you had written one about this election that's happening right now, people would never believe that it would even be close to accurate. But here we are living it. We're living in satire, aren't we?
We absolutely are. And it's like, they say, what is it that affects what? Does art affect life, or does life affect art? And you do take your cues from what's going on, but you might say it's hard to top what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But I kind of did it a little bit in my book, so there is a parallel. Actually, there's frightening parallels to what's going on today and what I wrote 8 years ago when this book was a screenplay, when I was inspired to write it. So I looked at that and thought, oh my gosh, am I a prophet? No, I'm not. I just kind of figured, how absurd can I get? And then somebody thought maybe they took their cues from my book.
There you go. Now, I'm excited that you're going to actually start writing an article for Political Storm in the very near future. What can people expect from the article that you're going to do? It's a satire article, is that correct?
Yes, it'll be similar, in vein to the things that you read in The Onion. So I'm going to be talking about, they're fake news stories. I mean, basically, let's be honest here, that's what they are. It's a fake news story, and I'll take my cues from what's going on today, which is, wow, it's going to be hard for me to choose. But it'll be things that inspire me. Inspire in a loose sense of the word, but almost, and appall me. I think that would be another word to use there. And just, I'll be like, wow, just similar to what happened to me with my book, because I wrote the book because when Sarah Palin announced that she was going to be, running for vice president, I was on the phone with a friend, and I said, oh my gosh, there's got to be something, there's got to be, these people have to participate in a reality show to show they have the chops to become president. Oh my God, that's a movie,
Yeah.
And that's, I think I've been inspired a lot by what's happening now to say things like that, how crazy is it? So that's what you can expect. A news report. I'm in the field, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm sending back dispatches, and you'll see those. And whenever something outrageous happens, I'll turn it into a story. It's not a story. Well, it is a story. It's a news story.
It'll be a story with a little spin, a little bit of fun. And right now, I think more than ever, our country needs to laugh a little bit. We have some very serious things going on. We all need to smile. We need to chuckle a little bit. And a little bit of satire can be a very fun way to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was interviewed by Earl Lewis. He's with CNN and New York One News about the book. And one of the things that he said just keeps coming back is it's to laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, exactly.
And he said there's a lot of laughs in your book to keep from crying. And it is true. You laugh, and some of them do throw you back, though. Some of the things that do happen, do make me sit back. There's been a couple, and I just thought, well, there's some things you don't touch, because they're just too, for satire, I think. They're just a little too strong, and they're too close, and they're a little too scary. The other things are more, oh my gods. So, the oh my gods that are happening are ripe for satire.
Again, our guest today is a young lady by the name of Pat Obermeier, and Pat is a 4-time Emmy Award winner. We're going to talk about that in a second, but she's also the author of The President Factor, the reality show that rocked the nation. Now, let's talk about these Emmys that you've won, because even though you've got this book out, you even said a moment ago that you were kind of writing it as a screenplay, and you have a pretty cool history working in the television field. How did you get started doing that?
Well, I have a degree in broadcasting from Buffalo State. I I went back to school when I was 38 years old to get it. So everybody out there listening, it's never too late.
Nice.
It really isn't. I have a family, I have daughters, and then divorce, and I thought, well, I need to go and get a career here, and I didn't go back to what I had originally gone to school for, which was psychology, which is kind of like circles back around here what I'm doing right now. But I thought, well, I really like TV. So I have a degree in broadcasting, and then just started in the industry as an editor, and then wound up eventually in New York City. I knew I wanted to get there. That was my goal. And I did, and I landed in New York, and I worked for a bunch of networks, CNBC, Bravo, Independent Film Channel. I was on staff at CNBC, and I worked for CBS News. And my last gig was at New York One News, which if you're from New York, everybody's like, I love New York One News. Well, I loved New York One News, and I had a chance to work there. So it was really fun. And what I did was I was the creative services. That's not a really loose term. It really brings together the graphic on-air design, commercials, the advertising for the television shows and the networks themselves. So that's what I did. I was the producer, the writer, and I always had a tongue-in-cheek attitude. I would put out scripts and they would say, "Oh no,"
I think that's good though. That's good to push the envelope once in a while, to make people squirm a little bit and make them do their job when you're in that kind of field. You got to do that. So good job.
Yeah, it was fun, and you can have fun with news. You can still position the channel that you work for or the network you work for, and you can still have a clever way of writing and still do that. And I always think, and I always talk to my producer, the people who worked for me in my later career, to think really big, because you can always bring it back. And you can always say that if you say the most outrageous thing. I have a minor in creative studies from Buffalo State also, and one of the things that we used to do, we do these exercises where you'd say the most outrageous thing, and then you can dial it back, so to speak. And I think that really works well for television. It works well for just about anything you do. Think outside the box. I mean, I always think, what box? I mean, I never think there is one. And so anyway, that's a mini tour of my TV stuff.
Now, coming soon, we're going to be able to read some political satire at politicalstorm.com, and Pat will be the one kind of leading the charge on that. So now, since that hasn't started yet, I thought I'm going to put you on the spot today. We've got two candidates that are running right now. There's a bunch of others too, but there's the two major candidates. If you could put anything in the teleprompter for Donald Trump or the teleprompter for Hillary Clinton that would just make you laugh, what kind of thing would you have Hillary Clinton say? And then we're going to circle around and ask the same thing about Donald Trump. So right now, Pat, you get to put some words in their mouth. What would you like to hear them say? That would be some great political satire from their teleprompter.
Let's see. So for Hillary Clinton, I think I would change, if we really want the people to laugh. I would flip the words. So Hillary Clinton starts talking about things that are huge, and I'm okay. And I just I have this plan. I have this really terrific plan, and it's huge.
It's fantastic.
It's huge, right? So she's flipping it completely because she's going after, in a surprising turn of events, Hillary Clinton has decided to go after another part of Donald Trump's viewers, and said this today. Or not viewers. I'm sorry, supporters.
That's awesome.
Said this today, and so she flips the whole thing around, and then I would have Donald start talking sense. so that he is actually putting out plans that make sense, and then at the end he would just look at the camera and go, "Just kidding." So I guess there you go. So that's a quick one.
Now I put you on the spot. That wasn't very fair. I put you on the spot, but you know what? You did a great job. That's funny. Again, our guest today is Pat Obermeier, and the book, The President Factor, the reality show that rocked the nation. Where can we find a copy of the book?
It's on Amazon.
Nice.
And it's available in hardcover or for your Kindle. You can go to your local bookstore and they can get it. If they don't have it in stock, they can order it because the bookstores can buy it from places other than Amazon and get it. There you go.
We're going to send folks out to get the book, and then also we're going to make sure that they check back often, because we don't know exactly when this is going to start on Political Storm, but we do know it's coming soon, right?
Yes, very soon. I'm working on a couple columns right now, and it'll be out really fast.
Well, we're excited. We're going to be looking in the very near future for some fun political satire, because there are enough things that have happened in this election that make me want to cry. It's about time we have something that makes me laugh, too.
Good.
Well, Pat, thank you for taking some time to chat with me today.
Thank you.
Again, Pat Obermeier, and again, her book is called The President Factor, the reality show that rocked the nation. That's available at Amazon, and coming soon to politicalstorm.com. She'll have a little political satire column on there as well. Thank you for listening to politicalstorm.com. I'm John Small.